beginning. The all-new season of So You Think You Can Dance.
Returns September 9th on KHON2.
As we look back at the last 50 years, we remember many moments in history, much of them documented by KHON2. In 2009, KHON2 celebrates its 57th anniversary. Nearly 6 decades of local programming, entertainment, and news coverage from territory to statehood. In the early years, KHON was known by the call letters KONA.
In November of '52, KHON was able to get test patterns up on television and clips from movie newsreel, March of Time.
It took several more months before KHON launched its permanent signal in June of 1953. But Channel 2 was not reality for several more years because KHON was on Channel 11. Station owners successfully petitioned to move KHON to Channel 2 in 1955. 10 years later, KHON became KHON.
In 1965, when it became KHON, they started to put an emphasis on news. So they hired Wayne Collins to be the news director and anchor.
The news team grew, and so did KHON's local programming lineup.
Filipino Fiesta, I think, originally started on radio, and then in the early 50s naturally progressed over to television.
And this is Miss Robin saying hello.
There was Romper Room with Robin Mann.
Pop goes the weasel.
And a simple fishing show that became a major hit.
Let's Go Fishing started with just Bruce Carter in the 1960s.
I'm going to show you how you can use these king clams for sashimi.
Harry Kojima came on, and he was essentially a fish cutter at Tomasino Market, but he was behind the scenes, you know, in the early days of the show, but he became so popular that he was up on air with Bruce.
Here, roll my eyeball.
Okay.
But news eventually took center stage, and KHON delivered.
You had BJ Sams, and then we had the first Asian American woman to anchor the news in Honolulu, Barbara Tanabe.
Diamond Head bound traffic on Nimitz Highway was snarled for over an hour this afternoon.
Lynn Russell was a news reporter here for KHON. She went on to be the voice of CNN for many, many years as a news anchor. There's also Ken Wilson. He was a sportscaster that got his start over here.
The chances, though, of Hawaii having a team.
And he went on to the mainland to be, you know, the voice of the Seattle Mariners, the St. Louis Blues, Chicago Blackhawks, and things like that. So they cut their teeth here in Honolulu.
Police and fire investigators will continue to look into a fire.
And there was Paul Udell and the General, Les Kiter.
The Volcanoes will make their first public appearance in an exhibition basketball game.
Then along came a young sportscaster named Joe Moore.
Joe was a sports guy originally at KGMB, and when he actually came over to Channel 2, he was still a sports guy.
That's it from the sports desk. We'll be back with Paul. In fact, let's go to Paul right now.
And then in 1981, he moved to the news desk. And over the years, he's become the most trusted newsman in this state. I think he's going to set longevity records at being at the news desk. It's going to be a longevity record in the United States, being at one station, I think, too.
We're back on to.
Thanks for that information.
Today, KHON is still one of the most trusted news stations in Hawaii, a station with a recognizable trademark.
The shaka to close all the newscasts started out with Paul Udell in the late 70s, and cameraman George Cabral Jr. Everybody would give a shaka, and that was Channel 2's closing of the newscast, and I think that was significant because you always knew that was Channel 2.
A station rich in tradition.
It's been a station that, you know, viewers have been loyal to over the years through all the network programming and all the locally produced programming, the specials that have aired over the years, the news people, the colorful personalities. it's a station that people continue to tune into and will continue to tune into for years to come.
For 57 years, KHON has served Hawaii, from territory to statehood and into the future.
At Hawaiian Telcom, we continue to bring you Hawaii's most reliable phone and data network. We are at the heart of our state's emergency system, including all hospitals, 911 calls, and civil defense. We are the secure network that protects Hawaii's banks. We are the company that delivers service to areas where no one else will. And we are the communications backbone that keeps you connected.
Do you know which home appliances are your big energy users? The electric water